Hello, my name is Andrew, and today I'm going to present my current project I've been working on. It's about the vocabulary learning language, learning applications called linguistics. So let's get it started. And this is the table of content, and each section is representing each steps of the design thinking process of the project. And with started off, let's just meet. Let me introduce my primary product persona, Rob Schneider. He's just 42, age of 42. He's just married and he has like three children. Very busy. He has a international business background, and currently he's working in a corporate as a global demand planner. So he works a lot with foreign colleagues and partners daily basis. So he lives in Kansas City, Kansas. And fun fact, he just called himself as a family guy. Look at his portrait, the ones that he got it from his lovely daughter. She loves just giving him a lot of portrait and drawing, etc. So I think this is one of the portrait that he would proud of. Uh, and also, he enjoys outdoor activities and he loves to travel overseas with his family. Although, so it's been pretty tough couple of years, past couple of years, then he wasn't able to travel overseas due to the pandemic, but he is planning to have a big family vacation overseas with his family. So all right, so this is what this is about what he wants. So what do you want, Rob? So he wants to learn conversational everyday language. So he is not targeting anything more academical or business type heavy words. He just wants to learn conversational day-to-day languages so he can just hopefully he can just speak foreign languages pretty fluently with his colleagues and partner. Maybe he can use it for family vacation overseas as well. And he wants to practice language anytime during the day because he's very busy. So for his work during the day, full-time job, and he has a family obligations during the night and the nighttime. So he wants to be more flexible about studying time and so. So also he has some kind of having issues with forgetting things very easily. So he wants to study a word with various contexts repeatedly. So that way he can just remember things more effectively. And lastly, he wants to upload or save some new vocabularies during the day to the app or some kind of applications or tools. So maybe he can just save the new expressions and he can save it to the tools. So always he can just pull them out to use whenever he needs. So so what's matter? What do you need, Rob? So this is about the challenges and the needs of my persona, my users. Rob needs a way to speak foreign language fluently. That's the main goal of Rob. And he also, like I mentioned before, he works in international business partners and colleagues daily basis. So probably just learning a little bit of language will be kind of come in handy. And he loves to travel overseas for either family vacation or business trip. So, uh, for Rob, language learning tools anytime during the day. Uh, it'll be very helpful because he doesn't have enough time. And a way that you study repeatedly and effectively uh, is the good way for him to get access to it. So he just kind of forget things very easily. So he just wants to spend like short amount of time, but wants to learn new languages and vocabularies really effectively. So, Rob, I think you will need this is about hypothesis statement. Uh, so, first of all, Rob will need a mobile language learning application. So everybody has a phone, so you can more flexible. You can easily access to it. You can just set up some time or reminders, notification whenever you want. Even just top in the morning, or maybe just right before you go to bed. You can always set up reminders, and you can easily just 5 to 10 minutes set up and study with it. So he also wants to choose his own interest for study. And I assume he most likely he's gonna choose daily conversational day-to-day languages, or maybe some kind of articles and news, maybe traveling related, or some of the business related vocabulary as well. And like I mentioned, uh, he wants the repetitive and practice oriented everyday study. Feature should be contained a little bit of. He wants to have some update features that comes with uploading new vocabulary to the app, so that way he can just study a little bit further later. So other than that, he just wants to have some words of the day and comes with some daily articles and video materials that can be handy and helpful for study. So WTF, watch the flow. So this is the user flow based on created based on the task analysis. So first user goal, I just set that up. I just made a first user goal as to setting up the notifications. Uh, so I just have draw this user flow multiple times. I just try to make it as simple as possible. I just kind of remember things that pretty common, really tricky at the very first moment. But I try to make draw the flows the way that Rob might have been using more easily. So try to make a happy path as possible. So I had a more duplicate multiple steps between them here, especially here in the onboarding as well, and then the setup especially as well. So, but I just kind of made it simplified as possible. And next user goal is adding vocabulary. So, like I said, I just kind of put it as the options that user can choose, either creating the word organizing list or not, or using existing list and adding vocabulary on top as well. So try to get some more flexibilities and more options to the users. So what do you know? So this is about the task we're gonna go through. So first task. So based on two user flow I created before, the second task to setting up the notifications, and task 4, adding words and creating list. On top of that, I just added additional 2 tasks that easily user can test it out for usability testing purpose. So which is essential part. Task 1 will be to sign up or log into the access to the home page. And task 3 should be changing language for the study. So try to, if you want to choose different language, you can just always should be able to do it. And as you mentioned, there's setting up the reminders and adding words or expressions to the app. So before and after, this is about the wireframing and prototyping. So this is the before. This is original version of the tutorial. So during the onboarding process, I just wanted to show the user how to how to just make the user get comfortable using this app. So I just putting all the labels and instructions here, tutorials, all in a one single page. But I don't know, maybe just because it's just pen and paper wireframing and prototyping can be looks a little bit messy and cluttered. So this is something has been brought up by my during the usability test, my users kind of brought up the idea. There are some, why don't we just kind of have some more nice and simple way to do it? So this is what I made. One single page at a time. And user didn't know how to just move to the next slide, so I added to the single the circles a dot in the bottom, so user can notice that what steps they're in and something that they are able to skip to the next page. And if they want, they can always skip the whole tutorial process as well. And this is the fourth and this last page as well. So by adding some like couple icons and buttons over here, our user should be able to more easily find a way to go through the page. And this single page at a time should be more has been brought up more easily understandable to the users as well, instead of putting all information in a single page, and it made the page really cluttered and messy. So second task was setting up the notifications. Excuse me. So original version shows that I just try to draw the picture like this, and then once you click the button here as well, this inactivated page shows up just like this, activated, and you should be able to select each options and changing times and days, and even the single bells sound tones as well. But users have just brought up the idea this is too much depth and too much button clicking and too many like save buttons and kind of old style, outdated style UI user interfaces. So I just took that advice and changed my screen as pages like this, just one single page only. And if you always turn it on and off over the notification features, once enabled, you should be able to use the interactive scroll, just scrolling up and down and set up the date. And instead of clicking on another button, goes even further step, you can just simply click on each checkbox here and set up the days to use the notification. So task 3 is about there are some kind of suggestions that ideas that a user has been brought to me was maybe 20 minutes a day, and at the end of the week I study like 100 words. That can be a little bit overwhelming, so I think I might have just kind of simply multiply 5 for each day, so I just got this number. But in a user's perspective, this 100 words can be really a lot, especially come to think about it, your user don't have much time, just want to get it done effectively, daily basis. So I just took that advice, and maybe it'd be nice to put up more options, like 1 word in a day, so which makes 5 words per week, which is very easy to do it. Everybody can do it. Only spend like 2 to 3 minutes per day, and I just put lots of options. You can go scroll down and go even further. And this is about changing languages. There's another save button, so I just switched over to the scroll bar on the right side of the page, so you can always scroll back down. And once you click the button, it goes back to the setting page. So this is test number 4. Adding word. This is the original version of my adding word step-by-step page. This is the main notebook, I would call it notebook page, that you can put a word into it. So you can just by clicking word, and you can just set up the definition by clicking him. And also you can just choose example to use, and you can just review over it, and this is what you get. Very, very cluttered, I think. So my users during the test thought that it can be really, I mean, it can be very useful, but this can be